gon' make you do what it, listen, gon' make you do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat, cause ain't nobody sleep with you last night. Listen, gon' make you do what it do, what it do, what it do.
When I say it was powerful, and it really touched something for me.
But to speak when you walk on in the chat, cause ain't nobody sleep with you last night.
Let's have a conversation, okay? I'm reminded quickly with all of this Carlos King shenanigans, baby, how when you was a child, your mama used to say, people can only do to you what you allow. Yeah, that's one of those moments, okay? And I don't know about nobody else, but I'm trying to figure out why would anybody wants to be in a Carlos King circle, okay? Yes, he's a very successful man. Yes, he's making things happen. We can't take that from him. But he's so shisty and shady and just always plotting and planning. Like, who wants to be around that? And the way that woman flocked to him, it really is bothering. And I have a hard time digesting that, okay? Whether they're flocking to him because he appears to be their friend and actually care, which he don't, okay? Never mistake that, all right? Or rather, it's just because he has something to give. I'm unsure. But Carlos King, outside of his successful banner, is really messy and shady and don't give a dang on about nobody, okay? So for anybody, let's not mistake this thing. Please don't think that you guys have a friend in Carlos King, because you don't have no friend in him, okay? No, not Carlos, okay? Hence to where I'm going now, okay? You know the Scotts, Maurice, have a lawsuit right now out with a couple bloggers, and that thing is going the way it needs to go. And I hope that they get the kind of justice that's deserved to them for him plotting and planning. I know he even came over here and put, something in the chat that he was watching closely, just trying to intimidate people that was having a conversation about him. He was watching it closely. And to be very careful. You might want to change your title, right? I remember him doing that. I actually sent it out to a couple people that I like, right? Hey, listen, this is what he's doing to me, okay? With that being said, we all have a right to speak on what we would like, okay? As long as it's not defaming, okay? And as long as it's clean cut and clear, and as long as we can back up what we want to, you don't get a right to go under your law degree, under your professional degree, right? You don't get to do that to intimidate people, okay? Now, if you're going to handle your handle, you do that, but you don't get to keep poking at people and requesting a apology from people. If they don't want to apologize to you, who the hell are you? Okay, Santa Claus, right? So what are we talking about? Okay, you ain't Jesus. And we honestly can't take you or your wife seriously. So that's a whole nother story for another day. But with that being said, Carlos dropped this picture, okay? And you see that it's Maurice, it's Kimmy, it's Letitia, and there's Marceau, and there's Carlos in the middle there. And they are at a NAACP event. And Carlos obviously is being honored at this event. And he's using the Scotts to represent Love and Marriage Huntsville from OWN Network. And I just found that crazy, but I'm not surprised, right? This is stupid that Carlos do all the time, okay? I am not surprised in the way that he did this because he is the reason why Maurice right now is facing this lawsuit. Because one, remember that Maurice said before he even put his paperwork wherever he think he put it at, he said that he had a conversation with Carlos, and Carlos instructed him to basically give them warning, in other words, okay? Give them warning or give them a chance to fix it before you just go out there and, legally sue somebody, okay? But not only that, a lot of what Maurice continued to do with the, he's never held accountable. I'm sure that Carlos got wind that he was harassing people in the comment section of their videos, requesting and demanding someone to apologize to him, and Carlos did nothing, okay? So Carlos is definitely the reason why Maurice continues to, or the Scotts in general, continue to think continue to have these big heads. He created their big heads, okay? He created their water heads because he had these folks thinking that they are something they're not, okay? When he just did the interview with Carlos' new show, Marceau, Carlos was bigging him up. But I'm not saying, don't have a good time, right? Because that would be too much to ask for. But I am saying that Carlos was giving him more props than he needed, okay? I think somebody made reference to him as being like the new king of reality TV. Baby, why did you tell that man that? His head is always already filled with a bunch of water. He's a waterhead, okay? So why would you continue to do that? All right, so Carlos is the reason why these Scotts is out of hand now. They say whatever the hell they want to. They create narratives whenever they want to. And don't forget that Tisha and Marceau have this alleged agreement with Carlos King that they will not talk about his infidelity, okay? That right there gives Marceau the ammunition to think that he can do and say things and he's calling the shots, okay? Because Carlos already gave Carlos an ultimatum. Either you don't share or we're gone. And Carlos had abided by that up until now, okay? We know that there's stuff out there on the Scotts, but Carlos have abided by that. He has not talked about it, and that's just that. But the bigger picture, back to this picture, is why are the Scotts the face of this event? Why are the Scotts representation for the OWN network? Okay, why are the Scotts representation for Love and Marriage Huntsville? You had a host of people, right, that you could have choose from, okay? And I just feel like you are the reason why the Scotts are just way out here swimming in the middle of an ocean where nobody seems to get through to them, okay? Because you their big egos, okay? And you continue to do that, you're creating a really monstrous group of people, okay? With that being said, here's what Carlos had to say up under this post. Let's go. It says, I had the honor of hosting an event last night for my show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, he says, alongside co-stars, the Scotts for the NAACP. Thank you to OWN for putting together this event, celebrating this show, and giving it its much needed recognition. Yeah, because most people not checking for y'all, okay? With that being said, again, why are they the faces of this conversation, okay? They aren't your only cast members, okay? Your main cast member, you don't even have her here, which is, she probably didn't even want to be around y'all, given the energy that you guys been giving lately. But I doubt it if she was even asked to attend, because you have this whole thing right now against Melody and the millimeters that you won't dare say outright, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say so or believe so, or even to think it at all, right? We know what you are showing, and you have this vindictive thing about you where you're trying to convince everyone that it is a Melody or a millimeters issue, okay? When in reality, they're not doing anything to you but having a conversation, which shouldn't hurt anybody, okay? Now, if you're mad because they're pointing out and uncovering the Scotts, that's another issue for another day, but they're not doing anything, okay? So I'm confused as to why, but y'all drop down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about that. With that being said, again, Carlos is the reason why these Scotts take no accountability and think they are the ish, okay? And they're not, okay? But, Kimmy weight loss is looking amazing. And Tisha, listen, the surgery is giving everything it needs to give. She's glowing. If I can be positive about one thing, listen, do what you do. Those two look great. So, in all of that, why this? I just don't understand why this, okay? Now, in this caption, if the lawyers wanted to pick apart this and use this in the lawsuit that's currently going on with Maurice and the bloggers, listen, they can, because OWN is trying to say that they're not associated with Maurice. Well, according to this post, it says that they are co-stars. The Scotts, they're co-stars, and they thank you, OWN, for putting together this event celebrating this show. Okay, that means that it goes hand in hand. So I don't know. That was smart for you to do that. I think you just really just gave them the win. Okay. So anyway, y'all drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you haven't had a chance to like the video, please do. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do. Turn your notification bell on. Share this video. It's imperative that you do so that people can know that I'm over here doing some amazing things. And remember, checkmates, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Bye.